Hello everyone, this is Rajan Ghai, your economics teacher. Today I have come up with a new video in the same series which we were doing earlier, that is money and banking. In this video, we will be discussing about your function of central bank. Before continue with this, I am going to repeat the same credit creation which we were doing earlier. Let's do this again. Process of money creation by commercial bank. I told you that commercial bank receive deposit from the public and the depositors are free to withdraw in part or in full their deposit amounts by writing checks. This we did earlier. So it means the whatever deposits bank received, commercial bank received, those deposits commercial bank used for issuing loans. But there is a restrictions on the banks, commercial bank, that the bank cannot use that whole money or whole amount for issuing loans. There is a compulsory percentage as a reserve ratio, legal reserve ratio, which commercial bank has to keep with RBI. That ratio is called legal reserve ratio. Let's say if bank is receiving rupees 10,000, let's say 20% is the reserve ratio. So it means commercial bank can issue loan to the customers only of 8,000, 80%. 20% of that amount commercial bank has to keep with RBI. So you can say LRR is the minimum reserve that a commercial bank must maintain as per the instruction of the central bank. Now your LRR has two components. One is CRR and one is SLR. Let's explain these two ratios. CR is the cash reserve ratio and SLR is statutory liquidity ratio. You can see. So CRR is a certain percentage of the total bank deposit has to be kept in current account with RBI. It means it is the fraction of net total demand and time deposit that commercial bank must keep as cash reserve with the central bank in its current account. So this is mandatory for each and every bank because according to RBI instructions. Second is SLR, statutory liquidity ratio. It refers to the liquid assets that the commercial bank must hold on daily basis as a percentage of their total deposit. This ratio should be maintained before providing credit to the customers. So it means before giving loans to the customers, SLR has to keep with commercial bank themselves in the form of liquid assets. I told you earlier liquid assets called short-term assets which can be easily converted into cash. Like commercial bank can invest in gold, marketable securities. So, but you have to just make those assets with themselves in currency form. Also you can keep this, which can be easily converted into cash. Those should be short term. Now point is of credit creation. Now on the basis of these two terms, how bank creates credit. Total credit creation that equal to initial deposits. It means your credit creation of banks that depends on two terms, primary deposit and legal reserve ratio. Whatever initially bank receives any kind of deposits from the customers, once you divide it by legal reserve ratio, you get your money creation. It is just like a money multiplier. Let's understand the same thing with one example which we did earlier also. One thing I told you that this process is based on some assumptions. First is there is a single banking system in the economy. You have to assume that there is a single banking system. Means whatever transactions going on in the economy, that is through banking system. And all the transactions are routed through banks. One who makes payment does it by writing check. Means if you want any kind of payment, then you'll get that payment through check. In the same way, the one who receives payment deposit the same in his deposit account. Whatever you are receiving means one party's bank is giving you any kind of loan. It means once you receive that loan and you are going to use that loan, that should be by writing check. So let's take the example again. Customer deposit 10,000 in a bank and legal reserve ratio proposed by central bank is 20%. Bank has to pay interest on this amount for which bank should lend this money to someone. So 10,000 has received by the bank. This becomes a primary deposit for the bank. Now, two things, credit creation, I told you that based on two basic terms. One is your primary deposit, second is your legal reserve ratio. So this is called initial deposit or primary deposit, which is received by the commercial bank. Out of this deposit, 20% commercial bank has to maintain this with RBI. So it means only 8,000 available with commercial banks to issue as a loan. So reserve, it is called LRR 20%, 8,000 becomes loan. Now this is called first round. Now two assumptions, what we did that single banking system as well as all transfer routed through banks. Now it means this 8,000 is given to that customer as through a check. Once that person incur that amount for their transactions, those transactions should be in the same way as writing a check. So once that payment given by that person to any person, automatically that person comes to the bank again. That person deposit the same amount in second round as a primary deposit to commercial bank. Again, that from 8,000, 20% being a reserves LRR. So it means 8,000 20% becomes 1,600. Bank has to keep with RBI current account and 6,400 is available with commercial bank. So once you are doing again the same process, now it means 6,400 becomes primary deposit for next round. Then again 20% of that it becomes reserve for RBI, reserve with RBI by commercial bank. Now loan available is 5,120. Once you make total of that, automatically your total credit creation that would be equal to initial deposit divided by LRR. This would be the formula of calculating your credit creation. Initial deposit 10,000 divided by 20%, it comes 50,000. This becomes your money creation. Once you make total of all the rounds 50,000, it becomes equal to that credit creation. So loans amount is 40,000, 50,000 20% is called 10,000. So you can say that your total deposit creation, it becomes 50,000. Now point is how many times the total deposit would be the initial deposit determined by LRR. The multiple called the multiplier is, so this becomes your multiplier. Multiplier is equal to 1 divided by legal reserve ratio. So it means total deposit creation is 5 times the initial deposit. It means your money multiplier is 5 times. So money multiplier, its role in determining credit creation power of banks. Money multiplier or credit multiplier, deposit multiplier is the number by which total deposit can increase due to given change in deposits. So two things more which I want to discuss with you, that is, lower the money multiplier, lesser will be the total credit creation by commercial bank system and vice versa. Once your money multiplier is lower, automatically you can say your total credit creation would be lower, because there is a direct relationship between money multiplier and total credit creation by commercial banks. It means if your money multiplier would be high, your credit creation would be high. If your money multiplier would be low, your credit creation would be low. And next is legal reserve ratio. Its influence on the process of credit creation by bank. What is the influence of LRR in the process of credit creation? There is an indirect relationship inversely related to legal reserve ratio. You can see, means once your LRR is high, automatically your LRR is high, your credit creation would be low. Means there is an inverse relationship between legal reserve ratio and credit creation, and there is a direct relation between money multiplier and credit creation. I hope you understood. Next we move to our main topic for today, that is your Yes. Functions of commercial bank. Central bank is the apex institution of a country monetary system. The design and control of the country's monetary policy its main responsibility. So we have two policies mainly. One is monetary policy, second is fiscal policy. Monetary policies, it is run by and controlled by RBI. So monetary policies run by or issued by RBI. Function. What are the functions of central bank? 1. Authority of currency issue, bank of issue. So we know that there is only sole authority of issue currency in the country is RBI. So this is first function of RBI, because RBI can issue the currency in our economy. And one thing I told you earlier, that all the currency are issued by RBI except that 1 rupee note and the coins issued by the government of India. Second role is, or second function is, banker to the government bank. RBI is called the father of all the banking system, so that's why we can say that RBI is called government bank. All central government as well as state governments. So central bank doesn't give such facility to the general public, but the same facility which are getting by public, the same facilities can get by commercial bank through RBI. RBI will provide loans to the commercial banks. RBI manages the debt of the commercial banks as well as the government. It also acts as a financial advisor to the government. It works an agent for the government in matters of collection taxes, means taxes that are paid by the industrialist business that are collected by RBI on the behalf of government. Bankers bank. As the banker to the commercial bank, the central bank holds surplus cash reserve of commercial bank. So whatever the surplus are held by the commercial banks, those surplus cash can be make a reserves in RBI. It also gives loans to the commercial bank when they are in need of funds. So that's why you can say that RBI performs bankers bank. The central bank also provide a large number of routine banking functions to the commercial banks, like check clearing, remittance facility. Remittance is called payment. Once you are making payment to any other countries, or commercial banks makes any payment to banks also. So these kind of facilities used by commercial bank from RBI. So that's why third function is bankers bank, because commercial banks has to follow all the instructions given by the. Next is a role of RBI is known as lender of last resort. Lender of last resort means commercial banks can get all kind of facilities or getting loans from RBI at all times. Any time commercial bank can ask any kind of loan from RBI. So lender of last resort refers to role of central bank of being ready to lend to banks, especially when a bank is faced with unanticipated severe financial crisis. Means if any kind of financial crisis are there and bank needs that loan amount, then RBI will provide. Like in COVID-19, you can say that there are different kind of rates are there. Bank decrease their rates as a CRR, cash reserve ratio, because once bank decrease the rate, automatically liquidity with the commercial banks increased. So these kind of things, these kind of facilities are provided by RBI to commercial banks. Next is controller of credit. Credit control, because credit control is your supply of money. So that is done by monetary policy which are issued by RBI. So controller of credit control is the most crucial functions played by central bank in the modern times. Why this is called credit control? Because RBI used this controlling of credit in inflation as well as deflation. So if RBI controls inflations, what RBI will do? RBI will increase the rate, by which automatically your once increase the rate means CRR is increasing, automatically cash comes with RBI, and it will affect automatically on your price fluctuations. So controller of credit. So this is called RBI major functions. So these are the two tools which RBI used for that: quantitative tools control and qualitative tools. This will be doing in next video. Thanks a lot.